let's move on to the next subject, okay? Let's talk about Billy Mitchell, okay? Now, funny enough, I live in the same state as Billy Mitchell. I've never been to his restaurant, like his actual barbecue restaurant. I never tried out his hot sauce. I've met Billy Mitchell before at events, at various times, like a couple years back. And we had a small conversation, very cordial. Didn't really get into it. I would have loved to at least maybe had a much more longer convo with him, but never really got deep into it with him to find out what he's all about. But Homeboy here has been having a lot of issues, okay, because he's been accused of cheating, making his scores illegitimate because he used MAME in order to make his Donkey Kong score specifically. That he made go into the kill screen. Obviously, if you know Billy Mitchell, you know about the King of Kong, the documentary, the idea that he's a big classic video game player that has all these world records. But a lot of that, specifically for Donkey Kong, is brought into question because one of the big rules for the company Twin Galaxies is that you can't use MAME. You have to use original hardware in order to make your actual scores. And there's been a court case going back and forth with Twin Galaxies and all this stuff. And recently, as per this article with IGN, which got updated, by the way, I should mention, his scores were reinstated in the archives of Twin Galaxies. They weren't reinstated in the leaderboards because of all the stuff going on right now. Basically, he's been disgraced as far as his actual scores are, his world record scores. And that's not a place you want to be, especially with the retro gaming community. Like, there's a lot of shame, I think, that comes along with this. And there's a lot of other stuff in here. You could come read it about, like, some of the testimonies, the experts that they got. It sounds like a mess, but like a mess of his own doing. And like a bunch of useless drama and stupidity that seems like, there could have been a better way to go about all this. But regardless, though, that's happening. Again, I pass no judgments. If he cheated, he cheated. If he used something that was against the rules, that has to be dealt with, that has to be addressed. And all this like circling around the drain stuff is just kind of ridiculous. It serves no purpose to get into that. So either way, let me know some of your thoughts about Billy Mitchell. What do you guys think about the entire issue with his, his world review scores? Do you think he's actually good at Donkey Kong? If he's actually good whatsoever? Because I've seen him play. Like in the King of Kong, you could see him playing. And he's gone to other events. I've never been to them myself, but I've seen other pieces of clips on YouTube and stuff where he knows how to play retro games. That's fine. But if you did something against the rules,